I want to know like what the cards say if the new Attorney General William Barr will join forces with Robert Mueller. Your intuition knows.
Hello, my wonderful friends. It's me, Violetta, and my son Leszek will be asking me questions. I don't know them. As an answers, I will see pictures. Okay. And then I will have to guess what the pictures meant.
There is a lot of speculation that Mueller is about to release his report in the coming days. First question is, will Robert Mueller release his report on the Trump-Russia investigation to Attorney General William Barr before the upcoming new moon on March 6th? So that's about 2 weeks away.
It's like you will be watching camera upside down and watching the waves of the water. Upside down video. Everything is upside down. It's not completely regulated yet. Camera you have to put the right way to watch. And it's like watching water coming and the waves are coming and going. But why? It's upside down. Something is not going to be completely correct. Something will be... You have to put this right direction, so it is something odd. I can't explain it. I don't understand exactly what it is, but there will be something not realistic, because we never see upside down. Even if you are laying up, standing on your head, you still see the right way, the waves. So why I see the upside down movie?
So what if you break it into two parts? What does the camera symbolize to you?
Some facts. When you have something, you have visible facts. Surveillance. I wouldn't be surprised that Andrew McAfee was allowing to listen to Trump when he said that the investigation is against him. He probably was on surveillance.
Well, who is that informer? What's his name? He worked for the CIA, and he said he came out. He's in Russia now. You know who I'm talking about? That he worked for the CIA, and he came out to the public and said, "Hey, we have surveillance on everyone. Like, we can surveil
Russians." But I'm talking.
No, he's in Russia. He
ran away from US.
Yeah.
Or you have to find out and tell who you're talking about. I don't know anything.
He's that young guy with glasses. Snowden.
Oh, okay.
He was saying that's a major part of what he was doing for the CIA.
So everyone is under surveillance. So something was not correctly captivated. Something was upside down. Something maybe even illegal way that they were gathering the informations.
What about the waves?
Waves, that's usually connected with the moon. When there is full moon, there are bigger waves. So I see two waves coming, one after another. I think it will be two parts that it will be distributed, not once.
Well, my question was about the next new moon.
New moon. But it is when it's a full moon, the waves are always much higher than when there is no full moon.
So you're saying it could be 2 full moons from now?
Could be. It's very hard. They will be sharing information related to Trump. the full. It's not the full moon, but the full beginning of some new adventure. There will be struggle. They wouldn't like us to know. And again, the hanging man is looking from upside down position, looking at everything from different point of view.
He's also right underneath
the King
of Coins. So.
Yeah, under Trump. They will be sharing, but not everything. There will be a struggle. Barr will put restriction how much we can see and how much we will be allowed to see. So we wouldn't see everything. We will see only scoop probably.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, but it takes a while sometimes to understand. Thank you for helping to divide this in two parts.
What will William Barr's position be towards the truth?
Sitting on the boat and this way, that way, this way, that way. So he is struggling between himself, which way to go. So he will be stuck in one spot. When you are doing this on the boat with paddling, you are not moving forwards, not moving backwards. Will make a lot of waves, but not moving towards the finish line. He will try to get a better grip on everything. So for a while he will be completely confused, completely unaware which way to go. He will be afraid of making, not that he will be afraid of making splash, but he will be afraid of making some too much forward. He will be standing and wait. Well, until the magic will come, he will be very much outsider. He will need support of other lawyers how to get the best way, the magician. That's that's the best card. So eventually he will do the best what is for the country. He loves his country, king of love, but he wants the security. He wants the good outcome out of it. And he will be asking a lot of people for advices. He will be the one that they will be gathering to and giving him advices, because he needs to know the best way to go so the country is not in disarray.
How worried is Trump about Mueller releasing his report? Can you see Trump right now? How's he feeling?
Okay. It's like someone who is playing with lasso. Instead of throwing the lasso on someone else, on the cow or a horse, he's throwing the lasso around himself. So the lasso will end up on him. He must be upset that he chose Barr for his AG, Attorney General. He thought that he will have a long spring that he will be controlling Mueller. And instead of that, he put his own lasso around himself. So it's like the cowboy who don't know what he is doing, like the baby cowboy, because even a few years old, those kids, they know how to throw the lasso. And he is throwing, it's going to end up on him. He is going to actually giving up of session, it speed up everything. And he thought that Barr will be his man.
Yeah.
But he's taking a nice ride. He can go to circus and through those.
Will he? Because He's doing that thing, like Trump's doing that thing right now that he always does, where he's complimenting someone in the
Because he
press.
thinks that will...
Is he going to turn his statements on Barr? Is he going to start name calling?
Triangle. Triangle is symbol of cheating for me. So he will be thinking that Barr is cheating on him. And Barr is doing what he was supposed to do, push Mueller to the edge.
Yeah.
And yesterday when I heard that Barr is pushing Mueller to the edge, I was so upset. I thought, no, he's not ready yet. Mueller has so many things to finish before he will give him the statement.
Well, the jury's out because all they know right now is that Mueller's office was packing up a lot of the evidence and putting it into boxes and taking it out of his main office area. And they're speculating, well, that's because he's about to release his report. Though the same thing happened during the Nixon era, where the special counsel had to pack up all the information because they had to secure it at the time. I think there was a new Attorney General coming in, so they had to make sure that office, if it was closed down, that information wouldn't be compromised. So I'm guessing that Mueller could be doing the same thing.
And to be honest with you, he don't know its position Barr will take.
Yeah.
And Barr will try to stay in one spot, not causing too much trouble with Trump and not causing too much trouble with Mueller. So he will be in the between rock and hard place.
Mm-hmm. How bad will the report be for Trump?
Everything will be upside down. When you have a coffee, when you make a coffee, black coffee with the grind. In Poland, we are putting 2 spoons of coffee and then water, so you don't sleep after that for whole night. And then you can do the fortune telling from those coffee grains. It's upside down. All the information will be visible. It's like reading from the tea leaves. But I saw a coffee upside down. So it will be that everything will be easy to put in order. People who will know how to read the coffee grains, they will know how to read that. We are not lawyers, so we wouldn't have too much inside information, but people inside will know everything what was going on. They could put the history, they could predict how it is, and Trump is not feeling too good about that.
I was so glad because when I was writing these questions earlier today, I'm like, geez, I don't even know what's going on.
I don't either.
And listening to you, everything is making sense because it falls into your past predictions.
But so. I told you, come in because I'm dying to know how the questions will be. And sometimes I wish he will be living closer.
Will there be new indictments following Mueller's report?
Okay. It's like orange. You take the skin off and you can take in the pieces. And it's in Las Vegas, I remember that was the place that it had that orange kind of casino. Everything will be lightened and you will see every piece connected, and then you can put this together and it's a nice orange. So everything will hold, every puzzle of that thing will be holding together. It will make a big, nice orange, and then you take it apart and everything will be there. So there will be so many things that will be intertwined with each other, but separate stories. Because orange, you have those separate parts. But it will be like...
How will the Mueller report impact the world?
different sides, different stories. It's like waves of earthquake. So there will be a lot of earthquakes everywhere. Everyone will have something related to his own country. Because it can affect the Russia connections with USA and everything. With Saudi Arabia, with everything, it will be taking...
It'll cast shade on everything.
It will be. And it will be like an earthquake and then earth waves everywhere.
It's almost like Mueller's exposing an Illuminati in a way. Like this secret kind of government that works together behind everyone's, knowledge, understanding. Is Mueller being forced to wrap up his investigation by the newly appointed Attorney General William Barr?
Because that's what Barr promised to Trump. That was a snake that go around Trump and go and eat that apple. Take me. Bite me. Barr promised him that he will do. And that's what yesterday I didn't like it. I thought that Barr is against Mueller. But Barr thought, I will do that. I will tease you. I will tell you to eat that apple. And you can be you will lose the heaven on earth.
That's interesting because,
but the snake was going down, not up.
Yeah.
In most of the pictures, it was going up the snake.
Up, yeah.
And this one, the snake was going around the tree down.
Because, in a way, it's almost like that's a brilliant plan to get Trump to nominate him to be the next Attorney General. But then once he is nominated, and he does exactly what he promises, he wraps up the investigation. But if you're right and you say that he's actually going to sit on it, there's no saying, like once he's in that position, Trump can't get rid of him. He can sit and read the evidence and conduct his own investigations because he'll have
charges
that power.
Around people because Mueller can't really, he's investigator, he is not someone who is putting people to prison. He's just mentioning you have to go take that and that, but he's usually distributing this to the other branches. But Barr can have the power to go after the whole family.
What do you mean?
After Trump and Ivanka and Junior, and that will be probably the one scoop, like the Amadeo purse.
Will William Barr join forces with Mueller?
Oh, I wish. They are like one person glowing around them. They want to have the... like long time ago, when you look at the saint picture, well, not long, but when I was painting the saints, I was always painting the one glowing thing around the saint. When I was a kid, we had that
halo.
Yeah, it was here like few halos on 3 halos together.
Halos.
I think Andrew Maccabee will be... McCabe. Sorry, Andrew. He will be going to the history as a big hero. And I remember I said that I see his wallet hanging, waiting for him. They will pay him back his severance, everything. Because what he did, it was absolutely brave. Yeah. He did something. He knew he is going to lose the job.
Yeah.
But the thing was more important. The idea to watch for the country was more important than losing his job and reputation, because Trump was putting him through the mud.
Well, it didn't slow him down. The moment he lost his job, he started
writing book.
The book, yeah. That's going to be an interesting book.
It is already. It's 2 days already.
Can you go to the cards on that? I want to know like what the cards say. If the new Attorney General William Barr will join forces with Robert Mueller. Your intuition knows.
I put that one upside down. That fell down upside down.
That doesn't happen very often. What does that mean?
No, that. Okay. My intuition will be they wouldn't have to fight too much. They are not going to fight with each other. They were celebrating the victory. Surprise for Trump. Oh, he will be completely surprised. And they will take him out of the privileged place. Trump, if you listen to me, stay in Vietnam. They have really nice caves there.
Yeah, you said that you saw him
in a secluded place, and he probably will lose a lot of his money, and there will be no point for him to live in USA.
Okay, so the next question was inspired by Linda Casey.
Hello, Linda Casey.
And it's on a different topic, still Trump though. Does Trump... This caught my eye because it reminded me of that story you told me about when you worked as a front desk clerk in one of those fancy hotels in Poland. And there was that whole floor which was for the...
Security.
Spies. But, I mean, there was very important government officials that stayed at your hotel. And nobody knew, except for you girls, because you always worked there, but that people would go to the top floor, and that top floor, no one else was allowed up there.
Not even maids.
Yeah, they didn't talk to you, you didn't talk to them.
We were just giving them information who was staying in the hotel.
So you were letting them know in the morning
We had to give them information.
And when was this? How long ago?
It was 1970s, early 1970s.
So in that hotel, that one
Middle
hotel
70s
that you worked in.
That was the best hotel in my city, and 700 that time. Now it's one.
It was a big city too, wasn't it?
It was big city.
How many people?
700, probably under 1 million. Now it's probably 1.5 or 1.
So this hotel that long ago had spies in it that were listening in.
Every good hotel.
So this question,
and you have to understand. Foreigners were not allowed to stay in the bad hotels.
They had to stay in those
better hotels. In our hotel that...
The Polish government would get compromising evidence.
It was the Hitler who was staying during the war in that hotel, Marlene Dietrich, Picasso. So we had...
You saw some important people.
Not that I didn't see Picasso or Marlene Dietrich, but a lot of important people were staying.
So, this next question inspired by Linda Casey. Does Trump wire his golf courses and hotels to his specifications in order to conduct his type of business? In other words, are Trump properties and their public areas under a special type of Trump surveillance?
Oh, yes. It's like a nest of wasps or bees.
Yeah.
So they have that connection. They are watching, listening to the people.
Does the FBI know about Trump's surveillance?
That's not legal.
No, it's not. But the FBI has to search for bugs wherever they go.
They have a clue. They have the clue. They are observing with them.
Since it's illegal, will the FBI be able to gather some of...
They listened with them. They use them.
They use their own surveillance to listen
to listen to the
How
other...
do you know that?
I saw cameras and microphones over here, like, the
So
picture.
they're able to tap those signals?
Yeah. They are abusing the power with them. We don't going to tell on you, so you don't have, and we can listen to those aerobics guys or whatever.
What a great way, yeah.
It was like the cameras, we don't have a camera here, but it was like camera and microphone here, and it was just...
It's funny because Trump used a lot of the people that were from his golf course, that were members of his golf course, and he put them into important roles in the government. So has Trump used compromising surveillance information? I pretty much answered this. Has Trump used compromising surveillance information amassed from people visiting his properties for his own personal gain or for his own political gain and blackmail purposes?
I don't know how to understand that. It's like an angel of moving engine. So he has his own movement. He knows who he can trust, who he can't. Because if he knows what they are thinking about him behind the doors, then he knows who is his friend.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not legal. You can't be civilian in someone else's hotel because...
What are you talking about? You were part of that illegal system.
I couldn't do anything about this.
Well, you could have went to the police and pulled him.
That was police who was doing this. Come on, that was a police who was doing this. You couldn't do anything. It was like shooting yourself in the head.
That's probably how people there feel too.
Yeah. Those people feel
Oh, wait. There are a lot of people that were working there, like illegal immigrants that were working at those properties. Do any of them know about, I mean, these surveillance things are probably tiny now.
tiny now in the mattress, you wouldn't even know. Okay. They have a really good equipment, probably, especially in the Mar-a-Lago. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing. Take a good care of each other and be nice to each other. Love each other and be good. And we are living in the most crazy times. Even we are in Canada, but I'm going every day, every few minutes if I have a break, and watching TV because you don't know what will be the next moment. Okay, thank you. I would like to invite you to the private reading with me. Please visit www.psychicvioletta.com. Click Book Online, choose the type of reading, choose the length, choose the date and the time, fill out your informations, click the Pay Now button with your credit card or debit card, and you're all done.